I'm doing a quick live stream here from my studio working on a video. Here I'm just editing a video, which is jet fuel versus gasoline. So that being said, this is the edit that I got going on here. Let's open up my chat. There we go. And yeah, this is the video here. This is jet fuel versus gasoline. I thought this has been on my list for a while, but I thought in light of recent events, I was watching some videos on Instagram about this UPS thing that happened. And basically, it seems like 99% of the people have a bad understanding of what jet fuel is and how it works and whether it's dangerous or not. So I did a video here, and that's all this live stream is. If anybody has any questions, throw them in the chat. But I'm just editing this, and here I'll show you a quick piece. So I am making, this is going to be the first scene segment here. This is showing the molecular makeup of gasoline. So it's 8 atoms of carbon, 18 atoms of hydrogen, and jet fuel is variable. But the average here is going to be 12 atoms of carbon and 23 atoms of hydrogen. So I'm making what is, I don't remember what this is called, like spider makeup or structure or whatever it's called. I don't remember. I'm making it in Photoshop here. I tried to get ChatGPT to make the first one. It took me about 3.5 hours, and then I decided to just make it on my own, and it seems to be working a lot better because these are the pieces that I need to finish the video. As you can see, these videos are a lot of work for my main channel, Warped. And as you can see, jet fuel has a lot more on a molecular level. This thing has a lot more atoms of everything, so it's probably heavier. So at the end of the day, jet fuel is more energy dense than gasoline. But, so for instance, if you look at this, this has, if we look at gasoline, here, gasoline's right here. Has 8 atoms of 8 atoms of carbon, 18 atoms of hydrogen. And if we look at jet fuel, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it's right here. 12 atoms of carbon and 26 atoms of hydrogen. So it's more energy dense, but I don't know. That's like almost 50%. Well, 50% more carbon. And what's that, like maybe 30% more hydrogen. But I don't know that jet fuel is necessarily 30% more energy dense than gasoline. I don't think it is. So I think the molecular weight has something to do with it. So how many molecules are in how many atoms are in one molecule? The molecule actually weighs more. It's like if you get a bag of coins, right? And you put different coins with different values. Maybe the one with more coins has more value, but it also takes up more space. So if you're trying to fit it in the same space, this molecule is larger. So I think jet A is more energy dense by a percentage, maybe 5%, maybe 10%, but it's not 30% because of the difference in the size of the molecule. You can't fit the same amount of jet fuel and gasoline into the same space. If that makes any sense. Grab some more of these. Boom, boom, boom. Right here. Oh, they actually line up. That's kind of nice. And I think I had a little trouble making this graphic because I wanted it to make it, I want to make it very easy for everybody to understand. And like sometimes those 3-dimensional stick sort of, those stick chains or whatever they call them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're short for atoms. Carbon, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, boom, get that. Duplicate this. Grab these 4 more atoms of carbon. Separate. Oh, that's why I got it selected. Line these up right here. I know it's not an exciting live stream, but it's got to be done. Our last atom of carbon right there. Boom. Right there. Bam. There we go. And there is our molecular or atomic chain. Get rid of all this. All right, that's it. Done. I wish I could see the chat in the studio. It's kind of blows. Cannot see anybody's chat. It's delayed. See if I could use the chat here. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Dude. It's always something with these live streams. There we go. I think that might have done the chat. That might have done it. Hello, Tom. Yeah, I don't know why the chat's not working in the studio. It says something went wrong. Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to just continue on with the edit. This is Jet A molecule. I'm going to finish up this segment and then end this live stream. Come back to it. All right, there we go. Now I have my building materials. Jet fuel, Jet A molecule. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. What a difference. Look at that thing. That is a lot of atoms of everything. It's kind of interesting though. Look at the gasoline and look at the jet fuel. It actually looks very similar at the end. And it's just that chain. If you really think about it, just a chain between the hydrogen atoms and the carbon atoms. No, actually, the chain between the carbon atoms is longer. Boom, 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 boom. That's the chain. And then all those hydrogen atoms are just grabbing onto the carbon atoms. It's really interesting, actually. All right. So now I got to pull up the text for my I'm really tired for my description here. Try to fact check everything. Steinchin 2.0. I feel like this is not very interactive because I can't see the chat. I have to go to another screen, like another video, to see the chat. I don't know, that's some bug in the YouTube app. Jet A is safer. Where's my Abatic? Where's my Abatic? 80 Abatic. 80 Abatic. Highlight flame temperature. Maximum adiabatic burn temperature is around 2,230 degrees. 230 degrees. Or, this thing is 4,050 Fahrenheit. Hope that's not misleading. 4,050 Fahrenheit. I have to double check that later. I think it's very apparent here. I think I made it pretty clear. Difference between gasoline and jet fuel. All right, I think that's it for my segment here. Only took me about 3.5 hours just to finish this one segment. You know what I should put? I don't know if it'll be confusing, but I should grab some of the high-speed footage and put it behind this text. Wonder how that would look. I say put it behind the black background right here. Let's see how that looks. I'm gonna actually grab F19. Like this is the gasoline. And that was the jet fuel. Yeah, the jet fuel I think definitely looks more. I have to check my script, my shot list notes here. This girl put absolutely no notes on there. She did not do a good job. She didn't put notes on the slate sheet of what, if it was gasoline or jet fuel that we were burning. Kind of defeats the whole purpose of slating scenes if there's no details. 24:48. Now I gotta look through a clip. Let's see. 24.48. Okay, let's see. Alright, so this is going to be the same test, but this time with gasoline. Yeah, okay, 24.48. There we go. It's F17. Oh, those were all gasoline. And I think F15 and F16 were jet fuel. I think it was. That was jet fuel right there. Yeah, definitely looks different from the gasoline. I didn't even notice that. I think that'll be a good background. What do you think? Bro. I kind of like that better. Maybe fade into that there. Yeah, I actually like that better. Much more dynamic. I actually like that better. Looks much more dynamic. I'll put the jet fuel there and then the gasoline. This looks like it's F19. Oof, yeah, the gasoline. Actually, this is reversed. This goes here. This is the jet fuel. F19. This is the gasoline. That's gasoline. Well, that kind of gives you the idea that if airliners had gasoline instead of jet fuel, looks like it would be a much more powerful scenario. Oh yeah, that's better. That's much better actually. I like that. That is much better. Oh yeah. That looks better. That looks pretty good. I like that actually. There's the gas. Oh yeah, you can see a gasoline. Look at that, man. It's a heck of an explosion. That looks pretty good. I think I just have to extend these just a little bit. Like right there, maybe. Give people time to digest it. I think that looks pretty good. The rest of the edit is fairly straightforward with just a bunch of talking points, experiments, stuff like this, no graphics. Sometimes the graphics part is the hardest part to get through. And I see that I have a lot of people on this live stream. Let's cook Mr. White. That's hilarious. Oh, man, I'm tired. This is 4 hours. 4 hours sitting in this chair doing these graphics, and the idea here is just to make it make sure everybody can simply understand the difference. You know, I like to make it visual and kind of just make it interesting, and just instead of just putting text on the screen, which to me is kind of boring. Feel like I could even do a nice whoosh in there. Actually, I bet you I could do a nice whoosh like that. I don't want to get too crazy. It's like I'm making a movie over here, but I think a nice little simple whoosh would do really well in there. Like right here where the flame comes in. Like whoosh. And since this one looks more intense, I'll do a more intense whoosh on this. Yeah, look at that. I already found it. Perfect. This could be for the gas right here, because it goes a little faster. Right there. I just drop that down in the timeline here for right when it kind of might be a little bit too slow for that. Yeah, I'll try it. I don't know. I'll try it. I feel like this one looks... Yeah, the jet fuel looks like so much less. So much less crazy. I like it. Probably got to lower the volume a little bit of that. versus no whoosh. I don't know. I'll take it out. A little bit too many layers there. Yeah, it's distracting. A little bit distracting. This one's okay. That one's a little bit distracting. Yep, I'll leave it right there. All right, let me check this chat. Let's cook, Mr. White. Let's cook. Yeah, it's time for me to cook, actually. I'm starving. So hungry. All right, well, thanks for stopping by. I know this was kind of a lame stream, but this is just one of my edits. Figured some people like to see this stuff. Oh, man. See how much work actually goes into these things. But I want to release this video. I wanted to release this video today, and I just couldn't get it done in time. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. If you're seeing this as a replay, let me know what you think in the comments below. And yeah, I wish I had more of a exciting stream for you, but this is what I'm doing, editing. I figured I'd turn on the camera, start streaming. Now I gotta go do some other work. I gotta go eat and do some other work, and I'm trying to catch up. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.